I wanted to talk about Reddit marketing because there was this investigative piece from Lars Lofgren a couple weeks ago, and we hadn't had a chance to talk about it. So I will set this up with Reddit marketing. It's important. We should do it. We should try to own the narrative. Some setup here is so Reddit has licensing deals with OpenAI and with Google. So this is why you're seeing their Reddit content regularly appearing in like ChatGPT and showing up in the AI generated search summaries, right? And at this point, Reddit appears in over 5% of Google's AI overview responses. This is via some research done by Ahrefs, so that's pretty massive. And like last year, Reddit launched a free suite of tools called Reddit Pro, where it's basically to enable like marketing teams, brands, PR teams to better understand how to use Reddit. So they've been trying to educate the marketing community on like these best practices and how to help drive organic conversations. We know it's impactful. There's a lot of reach. And the reason I bring this up is because Lars Lofgren's piece was about this coding bootcamp called Codesmith. Are you familiar with Codesmith, Sonia?
No.
Okay, so it was a coding bootcamp launched, a while ago. It's not a new company, and they were doing really well. Like they eventually hired like 70 employees or so until, unbeknownst to them, the CEO or the founder of their competing company, their main competitor, became the owner or the main subreddit monitor for the coding bootcamp subreddit. Um, yeah.
Like
And so
all the
yeah,
sorry, so
like the
there's
like
okay.
coding like the coding bootcamp subreddit like as a topic.
Oh.
Yeah, so like the industry subreddit.
Oh
And then he started trashing Codesmith in these targeted posts. I think there was like something every day
my god.
where yeah, trashing the company and just saying like, "Oh, I heard this company is terrible." And even at some point likened Codesmith to a sex cult. Like, and all because, this Reddit moderator slash competitor said like, I've been hearing a lot of people say that Codesmith is life changing. You know what else is life changing? Sex cults. Like
Oh my
was doing
god.
this. And I think this really killed Codesmith's business. They had to do a round of layoffs. Employees started leaving because they were like, "Oh, I hear bad things about this company." And they determined that it cost them 80% of their revenue.
Oh my god.
It's crazy. And then I think, a final straw too was then the moderator slash competitor started trashing the founder's kids. Anyway, so Lars came out with this investigative piece. And what's actually really cool now is if you were to ask ChatGPT about Codesmith's reputation, now it'll take into account that investigative piece. So now it'll say like
Wow.
Codesmith is reputable. There was this. I mean, of course, everyone's going to have like a different result they'll get from ChatGPT,
Yeah, yeah.
right? But now it does take that into account. Whereas before, I think it was saying like, no, beware of Codesmith.
So how did
Yeah.
they find out about the moderator?
Well, Lars did the research on it. Like he was deep diving on Reddit and stuff and found like because I don't think it was a secret who the moderator was. I think he just like determined, wait, that's his name. That's the competitor. And it was also figuring out that there technically were other moderators too, but I think their accounts are inactive. So really it was just the competitor running it alone. And so just wrote this like long piece on how it all went down and how it affected Codesmith.
So it's not like
Yeah.
I guess one proven because it's like there's no way to really tell if he was the one that was doing it or
No, he was the one doing it. There's screenshots and everything. Like, and then at some point he started emailing Codesmith as himself and was like, just threatening them with, "I'm going to continue to drag you publicly for like no
wait, so
reason."
I guess why did it take so long then? If they knew who like the person was that was writing the like bad stuff,
Mhm.
how did they not like go back and like, you know, figure out that it was like him all along? Because it
I
seems to have
don't
taken like a long
know.
time.
Yeah, no, it did, but I don't know exactly. Yeah, so I don't know, worth a read. Um,
Hmm. Yeah, that's wild because, obviously, I mean, there's been, fights of like, moderators before for like, control of like, Reddit's. So the fact that this one had just like the one, moderator, and that was like the same person that was like trash talking this other company. Yeah, I would have thought there'd be more due diligence, but maybe that's the whole point is that there isn't, that
yeah,
this is just like Reddit and things are getting said on there that a lot of people take at face value because it's Reddit and you assume that you're able to trust the people, the moderators, and like, Reddit more. Um, but yeah, that's wild. I mean, we've already had, it's funny because now that I think about it, I'm like, there's platforms like Yelp, right? And like even sometimes Google reviews, right? That like you don't necessarily trust because you know that either people are getting paid to like, say that they like it, or, you get like people reviewing it negatively, like for no reason. Reddit, I feel, has had that like, kind of that reputation that they're like the one last, platform that's like, trustworthy, and that, when you get an explanation on there or advice, that you can take it at face value. Except for the AMAs, right? Like those have very clearly like shifted over to having like fake stories
mhm,
of like, people writing stuff up in order to like get attention or go viral or whatever. But yeah, that's wild
yeah, wild.
in terms of the implications for other companies and like what they have to do. Obviously, I mean, is this like you just have to keep track of like what people are saying about you on Reddit?
I think it's worth considering, like, just thinking about how if it makes sense for your company to have a Reddit presence or if it's something that you want to participate in personally. Like, it's clearly a really influential platform, right? Even if as a social network, it's still smaller than a lot of the other social networks, it's influential, so so my takeaway is, think about the impact you could have on Reddit and think about the impact that Reddit could have on your business.
Yeah. It's also as big as Twitter, right? So if you're gonna choose a channel, lots of changes happening on both,